Just believe. Just breathe.
Hi, I'm Brian Weber, CEO of Bebida Beverage Company, also known as BBevCo, trading symbol BBDA.PK. It is Friday, December 19th, 2014, and I thought I'd share with you a year-end update about what's going on with our company. I'd like to start and say that I'm going to share this in 4 different segments. First segment will be about business as usual. The second segment will be about some of the other projects we're working on, subsidiaries and their progress. And third will be about the stock structure, the stock market. And lastly will be about an update about 2015, what we project is going to happen, and all things about the future. Let's get started. 2014 was an amazing year for KOMA Unwind and Bebida Beverage Company. We had accomplished far more than we ever thought we would. We added a lot of new chain stores, we added a lot of new distributors. We were featured in Oprah magazine early part of the year, chosen out of the hundreds of products that are on the market. They chose KOMA Unwind to be a top 3 finalist. It was thrilling for us. We were featured in beverage industry magazines, several throughout the year for our product and for our company. 2014 had a lot of challenges. There were distributors that were let go, and there were new distributors. We're proud that we added our first Pepsi distributor earlier on in the summer, and more recently we added our second one, and we think there are many, many others that will be coming on board to distribute KOMA Unwind in 2015. They're a very, very exciting bunch to work with, and there's nothing more rewarding to see KOMA Unwind on a Pepsi truck being distributed in all of the stores that they service in their market areas. We also found that several new chains had come on. The Circle K is one of the largest chains in the country, and proudly say today I found out that Kangaroo, which has over 1,500 stores, is being acquired by Circle K in the first part of the year, which should show to be very exciting for KOMA Unwind as well. I expect that we will hear something about moving our product into those stores as well as the future moves forward. Another major project that I had worked on for quite a bit of time through the summer was introducing the very first relaxation pod. Working together with SDS Vibration System was an award-winning mechanical home brewing system that you'll be able to make KOMA Unwind with a small pod on your kitchen counter. This company has been around for a while, but their global launch is underway now in Europe, and by 2015 they will be in the United States. What separates the SDS machine from all the other products that are on the market, like SodaStream, is SDS machine, everything is inside of the capsule, the carbonation, the function, and the flavor. So there is no carbonated cylinder that you have to buy and replace often. You just buy the product, you put it in, you add the water, and it's ready to go. For people that are health conscious and also eco-friendly and don't want to use bottles and cans that are the #1 consumer for this type of product, it seemed only logical to me they also didn't want to have carbonated cylinders floating around after they were done filling their home beverages. So that seemed like a natural fit for us at KOMA Unwind and BeBevCo to be part of their global launch. They're very well funded and working with some of the biggest retailers in the world to introduce the vibration system. We're very excited about that. 2014 also was a year where we did a lot of different type of marketing. We added Major League Baseball stadium promotions, taking our newly purchased bus that we'd wrapped. We visited 12 major and minor league ball fields. We went to Washington, D.C., Boston, Philadelphia, Baltimore. We visited the beaches of Long Island. We visited Manhattan. We were all up and down the East Coast sharing KOMA Unwind with the consumers at all of these major events. We were at Atlanta Braves game, Charlotte AAA baseball teams games. It seemed to be a very, very effective way of increasing brand awareness, and it was the first time that we'd done this type of promotion on the street. We also added a new platform by adding the KOMA Unwind Modified Madness series to our regional marketing plans. In the last couple of years, we've been involved in several different teams that had done an amazing job with us, but the opportunity presented itself to be involved for a little bit less money than the whole package of other sponsorships, to be involved at a level where we were the series sponsor, and I also had an influence in structuring that. The KOMA Unwind Modified Madness Series was so successful, many of the racetracks hadn't had those size crowds in many years. Between our radio and TV commercials to support the events and the fans coming out to enjoy our type racing, along with our kids zone, tattoos, face paintings, and so forth, the tracks are all want to have our series come back next year, 2015, and it was so effective for a platform that a major production company and I are in negotiations to produce and air all of our events in 2015 on television in 39 cities, which is very, very exciting because we'll be able to leverage our brand with the racing and the crowds at home, along and share with everyone around the country what we've done and expand outward. These are some of the marketing projects that the money that we make go into. We also are involved in print ads, radio commercials. We were with Bob and Sherry, a nationally syndicated radio show this year that's also in 45 cities. It's a morning show, which was very effective. We did online sales and promotion, and these type of projects have been very effective to continually expanding the brand with the budget that we have. In 2015, we will renew and do a lot of the same projects that we did this year in different parts of the country, and we will also revisit a lot of new projects. There are always new ways to reach consumers and help share the relaxation revolution and what relaxation drinks means to them, and what KOMA Unwind is in the relaxation drink category. We will visit more Walmart stores, we'll visit more Circle K stores, we'll visit more of the new projects and new chains that we're working on right now that we cannot yet tell you about. It's a very exciting time for Bebida Beverage and KOMA Unwind, as our product has certainly made it through its infancy and into its adolescence, and now more and more people every single week ask for our product by name, and that's exactly what you need to have happen when you're building a national and global brand. People need to recognize your brand, and they need to ask for it by name. That's what it takes, and that's what we're trying to accomplish. In 2014, we also added quite a number of new Walmarts. Most recently, we've got all the Walmarts coming into play in the state of Utah. That's something that recently happened, and they will be merchandising these stores in the month of January. There are also several other states where it looks like in the early part of 2015, the Walmart stores will also be filling up their beverage aisles with KOMA Unwind, and it's very exciting for us as well. As our distribution partners come in place, our deal with Walmart is if we have a distributor, we're welcome to sell it. In most cases, it's a 95% of the Walmart stores and managers are more than willing to bring KOMA Unwind in. Now let's get on to BeBevCo's other projects that we have going on. As many of you know, Bebida Beverage Company owns interest in several other entities. One of those entities is the Kudzu Agency, which I co-founded earlier last year. The whole idea of the Kudzu Agency was to bring our promotional personnel into a third-party company so that we could maximize our control over it, minimize our cost, and also bring in outside new projects for other companies to make more money. I'm proud to announce that the Kudzu Agency is still doing very well. We had over 150 people help build the KOMA Unwind brand, working at events across the United States last year, including our races, our boat races, and many other events. As many of you know, the Kudzu Agency is one of the properties that Bebida Beverage owns an interest in. It's an entity that we started over a year and a half ago to do brand support for Bebida Beverage and KOMA Unwind, as well as take on third-party projects. I'm proud to announce that at the end of the year, we've had over 150 people work for the company across the country, building out our brands and promoting it at all races and events and activations that we've done. But more recently, the Kudzu Agency has been hired by other companies to start producing personnel and to start providing personnel for their products in other parts of the country, and we've just started doing real well with that. We're very excited. In 2015 there will be many more projects as we now start to look for more, as our database of qualified persons to do promotions has begun to fill up and it's more available to use. Jacqueline has done an amazing job running that company, and I work closely with her on a daily basis. It's been a brand building in itself. It's been very, very well received, and it's saved and helped KOMA Unwind build its brand. Another project that I started in April of this past year was RSI, Relaxation Solutions Incorporated. The purpose of that company was to make it available to potentially raise money to help build KOMA Unwind's product in the downside if the opportunity presented itself to move into a major ice cream, so that it could be sold off as a separate entity if it existed. RSI and myself set up the company with the intention of marketing a relaxation ice cream, which would be the first relaxation ice cream introduced on the planet. Soon after I had the idea of ice cream to help you relax, I had the idea of trying to find the right marketing partner that could put a brand around it to give us instant brand recognition, and I did that. I negotiated and contracted on the behalf of RSI with Cheech and Chong, the brand that's been around for over 30 years. These guys are amazing, and their brand continues to grow every single week. It's probably bigger now than it had ever been before. It continues to grow with age. So we're very excited. We worked very hard to finalize, after some hard work and regulatory hurdles, to put together what we considered a great product. I can proudly say that we have made a number of amazing samples that are incredibly functional and tasteful, and we have a large amount of people ready and willing to start working with us with that product in the first of the year. We had postponed it because it wasn't the right time to introduce it in the fall, and we were extremely busy with a lot of other projects. It didn't make good sense to introduce the relaxation ice cream. Although I originally intended on doing that, it just didn't make good sense to it. We were able to continue selling the proposition, but we were postponing actually producing the product until the first quarter of 2015, which is exactly what we're going to do. That opportunity actually presented another opportunity, which was creating another line of relaxation drinks. Of course, Cheech and Chong relaxation drink. This in itself is licensed back to the beverage company, so that when we go into a retail chain or another distributor, we're not required to set up another whole level of insurance and vendor numbers. It's basically an extension of our brands. Made it a whole lot easier. This product is also completely developed and ready to go to production, which will happen sooner than later, more likely the latter part of January. We have a lot of feedback, a lot of distributors are ready to bring that product in, which at the end of the day will help enhance the relaxation drink category. We will own more products in the shelves and give consumers an opportunity to make a choice, that one choice or the other, they're going to be bringing sales to Bebida Beverage and RSI in the long haul. Another entity that Bebida Beverages owns partial of is BeBevCo Holdings. BeBevCo Holdings is the company that owns the trucks and owns the building, or manages the lease and the ownership of the building that we're in, which is a 25,000 square foot building. In this October, we were able to pay down our mortgage by over $100,000. We closed and moved our financing from the third-party financing, which was owner financing originally set up. We were able to move it into a traditional financing through a bank and a partner, and now we have a balance of about $250,000 on our building to get the building completely paid off and continue to move into more upfits and more space that's usable for offices and cubicles and so forth. This was a major hurdle for us as a company to get that done, as we were at the end of our balloon payment, and now we're just working directly with a partner and the bank, and we're very excited about that. We have quite a bit of equity in our property here, so now we know we're going to be here for a very long time. There's plenty of room here for expansion. So that's the bottom line on the projects that are not Bebida Beverage KOMA Unwind. Those are our three other properties. Everything is in place and moving steadily in the right direction. Now, going into the big subject, the stock market, the restructuring, the future, what does it hold, and how are we going to move forward? It had come to be earlier in the year that as I had more and more discussions with major people in the beverage industry that are in the know of growth, that we would never be able to accomplish the goals that we had with the stock trading down at such a low level. When you're having discussions with executives at major distributors and major beverage people in the know, whether it be on the investment side or the distribution side or the bottling side, and you just start discussing your position with microcaps and penny stocks, it becomes quite apparent that the appetite for the beverage investor, not necessarily the penny stock investor per se, but the beverage investor, the person that helped build Vitamin Water or Coca-Cola or any number of brands, the appetite is not in the triples. The appetite is in the dollars or in the percentage of dollars, but it's certainly not in the triples. I've had numerous conversations with people discussing just that. Couple that together with the fact that the DTC has had a chill on our stock for years. It seemed apparent that over the years, the hundreds of investors that have emailed the company from abroad around the world, that their trading facilities, whether it's TD Ameritrade or any number of online broker dealers, they never would trade our stock because of the chill. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got a call yesterday and our chill has been removed and our international investors can now invest in the Bebida Beverage stock and help us grow this brand and grow this company. Now, that in itself is a worthwhile cause. We've been told by the DTC the chill is removed because of the change in the CUSIP and that they will be trying to keep the chill off and not have it be recurring. Ladies and gentlemen, 100 to 1 stock split merely means we've taken 100 pennies, traded it in for a $1 bill. It is not the end of the world. It is not tragic. It is actually going to be more helpful in building this company and the bottom line stock value than anything else that we could have done at this point. We are going to have an imminent buyback. My intentions are fully to complete this mission all the way to the end. Our brand is amazing. 96% of people on Amazon have customer feedback is positive. Our distributor partners are excited, and there is absolutely no way in the world that I will do anything but go all the way through this. The timing is not perfect, and I have said before, it wasn't something I really ever wanted to try to do again, was the reverse. But doing a 100 to 1 has accomplished many goals that we needed to accomplish. It will give us more time to continue the growth, get us through this next year, and allow us to buy back the stock. This project has always been about the long term. 5 years in the beverage growth business is only infantile. It's not a full-grown product, and we are far ahead of many other brands at 5 years than any other brands that have recent history have made it big. Aside from the fact that we're the second relaxation drink in the marketplace. In closing about the stock, it is completely and fully my intention to continue on as the CEO of this company and continue building this company, its personnel and its brands, both nationally and internationally. It is fully my intention to go down the path to buy back the stock when the time is right. With the addition of SDS license agreement in Q2 of 2015, those residuals will be enormous help to getting that accomplished. There are over 10 billion of these little pods made in the last 5 years for coffee machines. There are little to no doubt in my mind that this is going to be a huge new venture for us. And for us, all we had to do was license the brand that they recognized as one of the leaders in relaxation drinks, which in itself is humbling. There is no doubt in my mind that we will ultimately buy down the stock as we pull through these big distribution partnerships and these massive retail deals that we're putting together as we speak. In the coming months, we will be announcing the addition of thousands of new stores and chains that we've been working on for 6 months, 8 months. Some we've been working on for over a year. And now, as in everything else, the project and the product is becoming more and more recognizable. So as we move forward, the opportunity to buy back the stock will present itself in a timely fashion. But right now, filling $300,000 orders and $500,000 orders has got to be paramount, because at the end of the day, building product, selling product is what we're all about. The stock will be bought back and will be retired, and then we will face the future together and make decisions on how we're going to move forward. Monday, there will be a formal announcement. For the first time in history, Bebida Beverage Company will be offering a dividend split in the first month or two of 2015. After I struggled hard with how to move forward and decided that we would do the reverse to get our stock in a place where it was more respectable, remove the chills, and getting into a trading form and less likely to be cannibalized by short stock investors, I was also looking for a way that I can reward the loyals to helping us this far. I know that this is a very hard time for many people, because it's a very hard time for me as well. So I looked at all the options. Some people told me not to worry about it. Some people told me to split at a higher ratio, start over. But most people told me to go with my instincts and go with what I thought would be the best avenue. My intentions, as I've always said, is to buy back the stock. So the idea of giving a stock dividend may sound counterintuitive, but in virtually no way is there a possibility of me helping the shareholders gain more shares or value unless I give them something and then choose to buy it back at a later date. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Bebida Beverage is going to offer a stock dividend in sometime in January. We'll be processing it after the first of the year. We're going to give a dividend to the shareholders. That will be my reward and my thank you to the shareholders that have stayed with us. And when we turn the corner and we're able to start the progressive buyback, I will reach out, and through the transfer agents and so forth, the company has already set up a trading account. We will start to buy back the stock progressively. This will be the best way for me to give back to those that have stayed with us for this long and tiresome journey. As 2014 comes to a close, I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, a Merry Christmas, and a thank you for continuing to support the company. As many of you always know, our doors are always open to investors to come visit with us, see the facility, tour what we're doing here, and meet our fine people. There's never a better opportunity than to do that when you're traveling through the Carolinas. There's plenty of great things to see, and we're pretty good people to visit with. In 2015 is going to be a new year of growth, a new year of challenges, and just a very exciting new year for KOMA Unwind and our other brands. It's going to be exciting to see Cheech and Chong product go onto the shelves in specialty shops across the Southwest and the West Coast. It's going to be exciting to see our KOMA Unwind shared in different packages in different parts of the world and here at home. It's going to be really exciting for us to see the very first SDS vibration pod of Relaxation pod sold in Korea or Israel or South America. It's going to be extremely exciting for us to be featured in other magazines and share the relaxation revolution and the alternative way to relax. It's going to be a trying time as we continue to find ways to build bridges over marketing projects and build bridges over economic shortfalls as we need to add more people in different parts of the country to manage these massive projects. It's going to be an exciting time in 2015. We're going to revitalize and revamp every bit of everything we've done over these first 5 years. We're going to hit the industry magazines with new vibrant ads telling distributors about the products we have. We're going to introduce new social media platforms with new pictures, new faces, new moderators, additional moderators, no offense. We're going to be adding a new website for KOMA Unwind that we've been working on, and 2 times we've basically thrown in the towel on the product that was presented to us. We're going to develop a new BeBevCo website in the first half of the year for the BeBevCo person that wants to see what's going on in the company. We're basically going to refresh, renew every bit of everything we've been working on for years. We're going to revitalize everything here. Nothing is going to become stale in this company, and it's time for us to move forward with a lot of that. In closing, 2015 should be an extraordinary year for KOMA Unwind, the Cheech and Chong brand, the ice cream, and all the things that we're involved in. Our marketing projects will take us all over the United States, and for the first time we'll be doing a lot more projects on the West Coast introducing our products. It's a time that will be meant to be written down in the book that I'm going to be writing. And I know that a lot of people have heard about that before, but there are so many things that go on every single day behind the scenes that have never been told in public. It's not transparency issues, there are things that happen every single day when you're building a brand from scratch with a budget that is, not equal to what major beverage companies have to play with. I am so proud of our team and our employees and our vendors have helped carry the torch here and taken the burden from me to help enhance the brand and the company as we move forward. It's going to be an exciting 2015 and beyond as we move this BeBevCo and Bebida Beverage into the future, and I hope that you will stay with us, invest in us, visit with us, and enjoy KOMA Unwind with us. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. I will be seeing you again in video form in the first part of next year. I hope everyone has a safe and happy holiday.